Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to my video on how to build a self-sufficient rooftop garden house. This was suggested to me from a YouTube man named Patrick M. He told me he wants to see me build one, so I built one, and it was an idea on one of my videos, and I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the idea. Pretty cool interior, not my favorite, but the outside is really awesome. We have an optional solar panel and a way to get to the roof and farm your garden. And I don't know, I think it looks really nice. Tell me guys what you think in the comment section below. But anyways, let's get started on the build. Alright, so for your self-sufficient house with a garden on top, you're going to need the materials found on my hotbar below. You're going to need oak wood slabs, wooden trapdoors, and a bunch of other stuff. Probably some water buckets, some oak leaves, dirt, or grass. Either one works. But the first step is to go ahead and build this up. So you can see on this one, I built this up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's kind of funny that I have to go over there and look at my build. But you want to make, before I start that, pause the video here, make this shape. Alright, now that you're back, I assume you've made that shape. This wool here, by the way, was just there so that you could see how far apart everything is and whatnot. If you didn't know that, it'd make everything a little bit difficult to do. Anyways, so just build these up 5 high, and these are just on the corner blocks here. And this one and this block right here also going to be built 5 high. And then on this one right here, you just want to do the same thing. This one's going to be 4, and then this one's going to be 5. You see on the front how this works. So, well, no, this one doesn't go 5. This one goes 4 because this block right here is connected over on the entire build. So you want to just do that on the ones that are the actual structural supports of the build. This inside is actually going to be a little bit of a faux, I don't know how to say it, but it's just like that. And that's going to be part of the roof. And the roof on this build is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, so go ahead and build these up 1 higher, like this. And then on the inside here, take these slabs and place them all around. This is going to be the area for your rooftop garden thingy. So just putting them in here. Putting them in. And then on the sides here, you're going to take these slabs. You're going to build these all the way around. And what you're going to do on these is you're going to take some trapdoors and you're going to place them and then flip them one up. This gives us sort of a connected sort of, I don't really know what the word is, but it makes it look pretty cool. Makes it look like everything's held together in one sort of like giant flower pot. Does that make sense? No. Is it supposed to make sense? Yeah, I don't know. Either one, you know, I don't really know what I'm trying to say there, but it just makes it look cool. And looking cool is, you know, the best part and the most important part of the build. Anyway, so on the center here, you want to take some dirt and you want to fill this in completely. And in the center, we're going to place 1 block of whatever you call it, water. And then we're going to take a hoe, any type. I like the wooden ones because they're easy to build and you don't normally have to hoe very much land. So we're just going to do that here. Then we're going to take whatever sort of seeds you want to use. I'm just going to take wheat seeds because I think wheat seeds look the best. And we're just going to place those all along the entire roof. And there we go. Cool. By the way, I can hear you both, Chavita and Farks. Anyway, so the next step is going to be to put these slabs on top of the oak wood logs. Oak wood. I think I said that wrong. I felt like I said it wrong, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure I didn't say it wrong. Sorry, this build is sort of complicated. I'm having to go back over there to check something. So right here, we're going to take some oak wood logs, then we're going to take some glass panes, and we're just going to fill in this entire thing right here. This is going to be 1 giant window. And I actually made this build 1 too high, but that's okay. You know, it's not super important if the build is 100% the same. You can build it as tall or as small as you'd like. We're going to take a stair here. We're going to place this upside down, and this is going to be the entrance to the house. We're going to take a door, and we're going to put the door on top from the inside. See how that works? Pretty cool. On the inside of the build, you want to dig it all 1 down. It's going to be a sort of recessed area. I don't really know how to describe that beyond it being recessed. And we're going to do a birch and spruce wood plank sort of checkerboard pattern for the floor in here. I was just experimenting with floor types, and someone suggested this in a video, and I wanted to try it, so I just sort of did it, and it looks pretty cool, so that's what we're going to use. Along here, we're going to take the oak wood logs, and we're just going to place them like this. Now, these may not even really be seen by the outside, but on the inside, you're going to want them there because they look like, obviously, well, they look like part of the build because they are, but also because they add a depth to your build that you really couldn't have unless you added them. Anyways, so at the top here, we are going to fill in these with oak wood planks, and let's make these windows this big. Now, on the original build, they aren't that big, and on this side, we're not going to make it that big. We're going to leave it to be that big right there. and then on this one we're gonna do the same sort of size. The reason I'm making them bigger is because I actually made this build one taller than the original, so that gives us a little bit more room to add windows and stuff. So it actually feels a lot more roomy in here, a lot roomier than I had thought. I'm gonna grab those. Actually, no, we might as well finish the outside. Basically, the solar panel right here is completely optional. You really do not need to do that, and if you want to do it, you can, but it takes a lot of materials like obsidian, black wool, anvils, some iron blocks, and some of these. I'll go ahead and do it, but I mean, like I said, I really wouldn't recommend you do it unless you just have an excess of materials and you want to make it. But all you do really is you just do a checkerboard pattern, shape like this, and oh, that's the opposite, and then you do it one more higher like this, and you have your solar panel. You take your daylight sensors. These are also optional. You could just leave these off, but I think they look a little bit better. Let's do a time set 2000 here to make everything nice and lighted for you guys. Then you take your anvils, you take your anvils, you put those right there. You take your trapdoors that are iron, you place those on the sides. I guess you could do normal trapdoors, but it wouldn't look as like electronic, I guess. I don't really know the word, but everything is trying to look a little electronic because this is like a, you know, electricity based thing, you know, it's a solar panel. Alright, so we just basically flip all these levers, you put them everywhere on the back, and you don't technically need the ones in the middle, but it makes it look quite nice. Over here, you can see is like the place where it stores the energy, I guess. I don't really know. Again, it's Minecraft, there's no such thing as energy in Minecraft, so and not everything has to make sense, I guess. Right here, we're just going to place the iron door on top, or iron trapdoor. Then we're going to put one more of those little things right there. On the side here is how you're going to access your rooftop garden. So we're going to grab those materials real quick. I did not do that right. Hold on, let me grab all these and come right back. Okay, so coming back over here with all the materials we're going to need, we're going to place 2 fence posts right here. In the middle, we're going to do a fence gate. And then we're going to put 2 torches. We're going to take this ladder, bring it all the way to the top. So basically, you walk up here or you climb up here. And then you are at the top. And you can grow all your stuff. You can take bone meal and, you know, bone it. Make it all grown and stuff. It's a funny way to say that. Anyways, you can just bone everything up here with your bone meal. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate. That's really inappropriate. Okay, so I've grabbed all those materials from the other build over here, and we're just we're gonna put a fence gate in the middle. We're gonna put 2 fences on the side. We're gonna take torches, place those on top, and then do some ladders in between this area on the side here. And this is gonna get you up to your roof. Now you can grab some bone meal, bring it up to the top, and bone meal your sort of crops, and you can grow them, and you have a nice little rooftop garden. I think it looks fairly nice. From the inside, well, I guess from the outside technically, but from the inside, you see this window's a little bit smaller, and that's how it's gonna have to be, unfortunately, because it's just gonna, it has to be that way. All right, I'm not gonna give you guys a reason. You guys don't need a reason. It just has to be that way. I'm kidding. Either one is okay. You can make it bigger or smaller. But over here, I like to do some leaves, and then I like to take some fence and connect it like this, and then we take some slabs that are made of oak wood, and this is gonna give a, I keep forget, someone in every video tells me what these things are called, and I don't remember, the things that go on top of windows that make it where rain doesn't like land on them or whatever. I don't know. Either way, like, I don't really remember what they're called, but they're called something, I think. But anyways, yeah, they are called something for sure. I just don't know what they're called exactly. This one's gonna go all the way to the top. That one didn't go all the way to the top. And over here, we're gonna have the same sort of deal. So we're gonna have 2 of these right here. Then we're gonna have a, well, this one's gonna go 1 up. Then we're gonna do a connection over here. And boom, and you can see on this side of the window, we didn't really do anything besides having another fence. So I guess we did do something, and I just flat out lied to you guys right there, so I'm sorry. Anyways, on the other side, we do the same sort of thing here. Again, I don't know what these are called. A veranda, maybe? No, a veranda is a covered porch. All right, either way, the outside of the build is now done. Oh, no, it's not. I forgot one thing. There we go. Perfect. The outside of the build is done, so you see I just added some bushes on the side here on the supports, and then did 3 little oak leaf blocks under it. And I'm gonna grab the I'm gonna try talking again. I'm gonna grab those interior materials, and we are going to come right back and get to work on the interior. See you guys in a second. Anyways, I did forget a couple of outside things. So right here, we're gonna have trapdoors below the windows. There appears to be a cow who wants to become a trapdoor, but not today, buddy. Maybe once we get gene replacement therapy. Anyways, so I guess that's everywhere on the trapdoors that I forgot. You could maybe, you could stick one right there, but that'd look a little weird. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, outside is done. But in the corner here, before I forget, we are going to put down a stair. Then we're going to do 3 furnaces like this. We're gonna have a stair on top of this one. We're gonna break up. We're gonna have to break 1 crop, unfortunately. And we're going to place this right here. This just gives a chimney effect, I guess. I mean, it's not really needed, but in my opinion, it looks pretty cool. And then you just take some cobwebs, and you can find those in mine shafts or whatever. You don't have to do those again, but they look pretty cool. It gives a little bit of a chimney. In the bed, I put the bed over here, and then I take a bookcase, and we place that at the head of the bed, sort of like a bed rest. Then I took a carpet that was white. I placed that right here. I put an ender chest right there. Crafting table. I put in the corner. And then chests. Really, you can put chests wherever you want. You can do a crap load of chests, really. I guess you could technically do it all the way like that. And to be honest, I don't really know why you would do that, but you definitely could. You definitely could. I think I'm just going to have 2 double chests right there. Or a double chest right there. Then I'm going to take some trapdoors, and you can do a shelf sort of thing, and then put some chests on top of those. I think that actually looks pretty interesting. We can do a brewing stand above this one. So you take that, take a brewing stand, and you can just put that above there. And then we can take a stair. Actually, no. Since this is a Neo-Cubist build, or a Neo build, whatever you want to call it, you have to have a pot with a blue orchid in it, so we might as well put that on top of the crafting table, and add some interior lighting before I forget. So let's grab some torches here, and we'll place these up here, like this, and then we'll put 1 torch in the corner, and then 1 torch in the corner. I think that should give us enough light. If not, it should be okay, because the furnaces will be going at some point. I think a better way to do this would be remove that, and just do it like that. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, so let's do a painting. So let's grab a painting here and then just place that in the corner, and that should be the end of the video. I don't really see anything else you can add. Again, you can do these interiors however you like, really. I don't really like this interior very much, but interiors are not my forte. And, anyways, yeah, let's try to get 1,000 likes in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If we can get 1,000 likes and or dislikes, either one, you guys can tell me if you like it or dislike it. But if you leave a dislike, I'd really like to know why, so leave in that comment section below why you're disliking the video, just to give me feedback so I can improve my videos to cater towards my audience. But yeah, 1,000 likes would be awesome. Just show me guys show me that you guys are liking what I'm doing. If you're new to this channel and you'd like to see a lot more tutorials, these are like 2 of them that I'm doing right now, but I have a lot of tutorials on my channel, so you can check that out. Subscribe, you get notified when I upload more tutorials. Link to my Twitter's in the description below if you want to send me pictures of the builds you do for my channel. I like to retweet those and like those. Link to my shader packs and description, not my shader packs, but the shader packs I use, the texture pack I use, and the music I'm using in the video are also going to be in the description below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to a lot more videos this summer, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.